Welcome back, class. This video is going to discuss our entrance ticket words for today, so you know exactly how to complete that assignment. So the first answer to today's entrance ticket is the definition for rhythm. The definition is that you're repeating formal elements to make a work seem active or vibrant. Now, please feel free to pause this video or rewind it at any point to get that definition, but please write down that definition as you see it. Just to kind of clarify that definition, it's kind of a wordy one. The words formal elements, they refer to the elements of art, the elements of design, which are, there's 7 of them. Let's see if I can get them right here, test my art degree. There's line, there's color, there's form, there's shape, there's texture, there's space, and value, right? That's light and shadow. So all 7 of those. So when you see the formal elements or the elements of design, they're referring to those 7 things. It's a lot easier to say formal elements than to list all 7. So using color, since color is the focus of this assignment, so if we were to repeat color in a certain way, or repeat them over and over again, where the colors contrast each other and almost show a sense of motion, that is rhythm. That's exactly what's exemplified in these 2 images here. So to our left, you can see this female figure is flinging her hair forward. So not only is the motion of the hair moving forward showing that rhythm, that motion, but also the color, the way that the colors are constantly contrasting from blue to green to red to orange to blue to green to red to orange, constantly changing, that shows that rhythm. That helps to show the motion or even the emotion in the painting itself. And on the right-hand side, that artwork also shows rhythm. But here you can see the colors aren't in such large sections. It is repeating not just the color, but also the shape or the way that each color is painted. So that's more of what is called an impressionistic style, where you can see the actual brush strokes of the artist. So the artist is making these very quick kind of square marks on their paper to show the different colors. But again, just like the image on the left, the colors are constantly contrasting to make it seem vibrant, to show almost like a shaking feeling. And just to kind of clarify how that would relate to this specific project, if you chose an emotion like anger or fear or struggle, something that represents that physical. One second, guys, I just lost power in my room. All right, and I'm back. But as I was saying, if you chose a emotion that demonstrates that feeling, that physical feeling of like anger or sadness, like the things that we feel inside when we're going through that, rhythm would be what I would suggest to help show that physical representation of how we're feeling in that moment. Again, that'll be very good for like things like anger and fear and struggle. And I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, I just got thrown off by my lights turning out for a second. So moving on to the next slide, the other word for today's entrance ticket is harmony. Again, pause this video at any point if you need to, if it helps you. But harmony is when you use the elements, remember there's 7 elements of design, those formal elements, when you use those same elements to create a calm and a restful appearance. So the last slide we talked about things like anger and struggle and fear. But if you were doing something that's more calming or tranquil, or even sometimes if you're doing the emotion of sad, something that wouldn't show the constant, the kind of internal struggle, I would suggest using harmony, where the colors are basically much more blended, they're much more smooth together. When you contrast these images, or you compare these images to the ones in the prior slide, you can really see the difference in how the color is applied. So the entrance ticket, not the entrance ticket, I'm sorry, the central question from earlier in the daily overview asked, how does an artist's application of color affect the emotional response? And then this video basically just answered that by defining these 2 words by basically how you apply the color, whether it's a smooth and it's blended, it's solid colors blended together compared to constant contrast and juxtaposition of different colors. How you apply it can represent different emotions. So if I was doing, anger and everything was smooth and blended, it might not give, not that it can't work, but it might not give as much of a physical representation of what the person is feeling as if, like if you were to do rhythm instead of harmony. So how we apply color is just as important as the color choice itself. So as you move forward today, please think about whether you want to use a rhythmic approach of having the colors constantly changing and contrasting, or if you want things to be more harmonious and blended. And again, that decision should be determined based on the emotion that you chose. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing your work for today. At this point, please make sure you answer both entrance ticket questions using the definitions from the slide, and then you are going to begin drawing your final version, your final project on your pastel paper. You do not need color today, but you should be brainstorming how you want to add color in the coming days. All right, look forward to seeing your projects today, and please message me if you have any questions. All right, bye everyone.